The Pancake is back. Viltrox 28 millimeters 4.5 VCM aspherical ED, image size 43.3 millimeters. It's a fun little lens, beautiful little tiny thing. You can see it here. But still it packs a lot of features. It's an amazing lens. It's first of all very cheap, but very well designed, and I love it. It's a love at the first sight because it's so small, so tiny, so inexpensive, but at the same time features so many things. So first of all, on the back side, of course, there's no weather sealing, but you have little USB-C. I don't know how they made it to fit here, but you have little USB-C port for future firmware upgrades. You also have, you have autofocus system here, like the connector. You have also this like lens cup that you don't have to carry with you because like bang, 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 and you can work with the lens cup. Like, you know, that's amazing, because if you want to travel with this thing and you don't want to think about lens cap and losing lens cap, and I have lens caps you know, all over my bag when I'm traveling, this thing actually is a very, very, very nice feature to have. Okay, so it is tiny, it is very, very small, very lightweight, and looks almost funny on my camera, but I love the look of my camera with this lens on. So fantastic little guy, but how does it perform in real life? How can this small thing even perform? So let's take a look at the most important categories. I decided to give it a shot and do a full review of that stuff. Short but sweet. So let's talk about sharpness. And to my surprise, sharpness on this lens is pretty nice. Both in a normal distance, at a normal distance, in the center of the frame of the image, the sharpness is really good. It is sharp. In the corner, you see, in the very, very corner, you see like pretty substantial drop in sharpness and in contrast, and some blue fringing there. But that's in extreme situations. But overall, like, the image sharpness is surprisingly good. Distortion is almost invisible. There's a small barrel distortion, but still nothing to be worried about. So both in category of sharpness and category of distortion very good. When it comes to close-up image, it performs actually exceptionally well. You cannot come too close. It's like around this distance from the object that you can come. So it's like 40 centimeters more or less. It performs exceptionally well. In the center of the frame, as you can see, my vintage analog Canon camera, it is sharp. Now stars is a very important feature of that lens, because aperture 4.5, so you cannot stop it down, you cannot close the lens, nothing like that. You have 4.5, so they created this effect of stars, very vintage looking effect of stars, which is like that and that and that, and it's very dramatic. Coming up next is autofocus image and bokeh. I mean, it's not a bokeh master because it's 4.2 full frame 28mm lens, so there's not much to talk about. However, I gotta say that it is pretty nice. It's not too busy, it is pretty soft when you know, like photograph, when you take a photograph of something that is close to the lens, it looks pretty much okay. So as you can see for yourself, there's nothing spectacular, but nothing dramatic there. So I don't think anybody expect this thing to be a bokeh master, but out of sharpness, parts of images are pretty soft and nice. Next one, performance in the night and coma and working against the, you know, like harsh light, against strong light. So this is where we got some problems here. So that's the main flaw of this lens, but that doesn't discredit this lens at all, because as I said, it's a fun lens, and in specific situation it can also be used in professional cases. In the corner, if you have the, you know, strong source of light, you see a lot of coma, a lot of smudging, a lot of like mess. Let's call it this way, because it's difficult to describe in one word. There's a mess there, okay? But you know, like it does not perform well, but again, you can use it to your advantage if you know how to do it. Then if you like you know, like pan this lens and you have some lights blinking there, like coming, like, you know, hitting the front glass of the lens, then you see these funny effects like colorful flashes on the sides. So that's another category where you gotta be careful. But I gotta say that this also looks very cool. Some people like this effect, and I like it actually, so I could use it, for example, for shooting video clips if I want a specific effect of that lens. These stars, again, like in the night, they look crazy, but it doesn't mean you cannot take photos in the night. You just have to be careful about very strong sources of light in the corner. Otherwise, it performs surprisingly well in the night, so you can have some beautiful night shots. And using this, star effect, this creates something very unique, very special that other lenses that I have tested for the last like year and a half didn't have. Now let's talk about autofocus. Autofocus actually works again like surprisingly well. It is snappy. It is exactly where it's supposed to be. The face and eye tracking works flawlessly, as you can see on the samples. So autofocus performance, very good. You don't even see, like, there is a substantial amount of focus breathing. So if you want to use this touchscreen and autofocus, like refocus your between objects, you have to be careful because there's focus breathing. But still, that they did manage to fit autofocus in this small little tiny thing, that is pretty amazing. Vignetting is visible, but it's pretty soft and pretty easy to remove in post-production. So again, like a pretty good performer. Now, the question is, can you use it in like some scenarios, like professional scenarios? And the answer is yes, and you can see for yourself. My wife took it on 2 professional sessions with clients, and she used this lens just to have fun. She loves to test new things and have fun with different optics. So she managed to produce a very nice looking image. Again, she was not aware of this against the light problem, like when there's something in a corner, strong source of light. So on some images you can see that there's some reasonable amount of distraction there in the corners of the image. But again, like, that's not a big deal because it's a fun lens and it produces a very specific image. However, would I recommend this lens for that price? And not even for that price? Absolutely yes. If you want to have fun for under $100 and have like a lens that you can travel with that is super light, super small, and doesn't look serious but can actually produce serious looking images, and you don't have to worry about lens cap, this lens is a real fun, and it definitely is going to stay with me. I'm not going to send it back or sell or anything. I just want to have it in my bag because it's so small, so light, so fun. So highly recommended, and thank you Viltrox for being so brave and producing this kind of stuff, because it is like nice thing to have. Did I mention that it's also quite pretty? There's this silver ring here. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and let me know what would you like to see in the future on my channel. And please don't forget to watch the next one. Yeah, I think that's it. Cheers.